what do you need? You know, what do you want to live a happier, more mindful or fulfilled life? People are like, I don't know. Of course they know. We all know the answer, you know, but maybe that voice is just quiet, you know, and how do you uncover that to make it louder again so you can follow its instructions? When you ask about things like practically for people, they're like, okay, but okay, the exercise could be a practical thing that I could do to start exploring what a practice could look like for me. But one big exercise, and it's so simple, that we do on the 109 retreats are the habit shifts. Like, how do you shift habits? And we ask people to choose 5 habits that they think that could be something different. It could be maybe something more aligned to their values or more mindful, healthier, and they put it down. And then next to it, we ask them to say how that habit makes them feel. So, every evening I drink a glass of wine because it's my relaxation time. It's like, good job today, you deserve this glass of wine. But for some reason, I could be doing something else. I would like to be more mindful. Maybe it could be a meditation instead of drinking a glass of wine. So how does that make you feel? Oh, relaxation is the feeling connected to drinking wine. So what could I do instead of drinking wine that would make me feel relaxed and maybe even better about that habit? And those things, it sounds so obvious and so simple that it makes so easier for you to shift habits. And then in this case and in this conversation, maybe have a more mindful habit. You know, can the glass of wine become a meditation? Can me grabbing my phone first thing in the morning to check the news, or if somebody sent me a message, maybe I find out that the reason why I do that is because I want to feel I have control over my day. I know what to expect during my day because I read all the messages, all the emails, the moment I opened my eyes. Is there another thing you could do that is maybe healthier, more mindful, that will still make you feel with control in your life? You know, that you got the day, you know what's going on out there. And that's a really powerful exercise that we see that people, they don't really realize the feelings that are attached to those habits. But that's why we have habits in the first place, right? Is how do they make us feel? If we don't, our habits usually are not things that make us feel horrible, right? We're not going to be like, I'm not going to fight today. I'm going to fight with somebody. It might be that you might feel good about it, but most of us don't. So the habits are feelings that are positive or that we think are positive for ourselves that will make us feel good. So we can have 100% control in changing them once we approach habits with feelings. What is the feeling attached to that? And then change to something else.
That's so beautiful said. You know, it's like, you know, it's like someone even calling themselves an alcoholic. It ties it to their identity instead of saying, oh, I'm a human that drinks. You're separating the two so that choice becomes available. That's what I just heard you say. And that is so beautiful. And it is so easy. So if you start with 1 to 5, you know, like even if you write those down, like Leticia is saying, just pick one to start with, just one thing. If you could, you know, change one thing out. And it brings up another story for me. Like one time, these 2 women, they were very successful. They had like over a $40 million company and they were both making $1 million each. And they came into my office and I was like, oh, you know, what's, you know, I kind of knew what they wanted, but it came out really quickly. They're like, yeah, we each want to make 2 million. We want to double our personal income. And that means we probably have to double the business. And, you know, that's why we want to work with you, Steve. Like, let's figure this out. Right. And, and then I just asked a simple question. I'm like, and I'll never forget this day because it was just so profound. I was like, what will having that do for you? This $2 million. And then one of the partners, she looked down, and I kid you not, she looked up and she's like, you're right, Steve. And I didn't
say anything else.
I didn't say anything. She's like, I don't need more money. I need more life. And I'm just thinking that the 2 million is going to, so it's that whole equal, like the glass of wine is going to equal relaxation. 2 million is going to equal that I have my life. And most often we prematurely attach something to a result that may not be the answer, or maybe it's part of the answer. Like maybe that glass of wine does relax you, but it's not giving you all what you want. Otherwise you wouldn't have brought it up, right? Like maybe I don't want that glass of wine. Well, if that little bit is there, your intuition is telling you, it's like knocking on the door. Yeah. Hey, you might have a different choice here. And so it's just awesome. And I'm just, again, we're just echoing each other. I think
Yeah.
it's like we're in a canyon. We're like, hello. And you're like, hello. We're just saying it different words. So it's so beautiful. What I found is at that question, and I learned that from one of my teachers, Carl Buchheit. It is, well, and actually Jeffrey Slater was one of Carl's students who taught me, but then I did meet Carl later. But what will having that do for you is such a question that I think everyone should ask. And whether you're journaling or whatever, oh, I want this, what will having that do for you? And then you actually get to the root of it, which was what you were getting to that point is, you know, why are you choosing that glass of wine? Like, what is the goal of that? What is the thing that you're looking for, seeking? And when you know the root of what you're looking for, then all sorts of other choices could come into play because, oh, well, if you're looking for relaxation, what could you do? Oh, I could do so many things, right?
So many things. Exactly. Yeah.
It's so beautiful. So beautiful.
And asking those questions and exploring those little exercises, they might not be like the answer itself for you or the practice itself for you, but it'll start giving you inspiration and opening that space that we closed for so long to discovering what works for me and what do I actually need. Because that's another question that probably you get to ask a lot and people don't know the answer is like, what do you need? You know, what do you want to live a happier, more mindful or fulfilled life? People are like, I don't know. Of course they know. We all know the answer, you know, but maybe that voice is just quiet, you know, and how do you uncover that to make it louder again so you can follow its instructions?
And you know what you're doing, Leticia? You're giving people permission to actually give themselves time, because I find a lot of times they don't know the answer to that because they think about it for a moment and then they get off to work or go get the groceries or whatever it is, you know? So they're not, and that's what's so beautiful about the retreat. It's giving them permission. And so maybe at the first they need a retreat, but like you said, then they can give themselves permission every day at home and you don't have to have this. So what a gift you're giving the world, and it's awesome. It's awesome. Hey there, I want to give you something really big. It's called Clear Path to Customers. It's the way that we get the right language to get the right client. I like to call them your wow clients so that you can have more results, more revenue, more raving fans, and more referrals. And I want to give this to you absolutely free. And all you have to do is go to stevenapolitan.com to check it out, or you can look at the description here. We'll put the details there. As always, remember, choose gratitude and create freedom.